Hi, Adam Blake here with Adam B Sports. With the NFL Combine right around the corner tomorrow, I want to do my top 5 projected Combine risers. First on my list is Isaiah Bond. He could be the next receiver to just fly up draft boards with a quick 40 time, and he could follow in Xavier Worthy's footsteps. But in my opinion, he doesn't offer the route tree that Worthy did. Both coming out of Texas, but he just doesn't seem like the same prospect to me. And he is a similar size, though, at 5'10", 171 pounds. He's definitely going to need that speed element to be able to be a high draft pick, but could be a little bit of fool's gold, in my opinion. Next on my list is Jalen Milroe. He's listed at 6'3", 206 pounds, which surprised me a little bit. I thought he was a little bit bigger, probably closer to 220 range, the way you see him run. But he runs a lot harder than the weight would suggest, as you can see on tape time after time. People are worried about his hand size, but I think it's all noise. He's got 8 3/4 inch hands, just still bigger than Kenny Pickett, and just a little bit smaller than Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow made a huge deal about it when people called him out about his hand size during the combine, his rookie year, and said, "I'm just going to retire." But obviously, we know what happened there. He's fine. He's one of the best in the league, and yeah, still think he's going to win a Super Bowl in these years. Next on my list is Cam Skattebo. Don't pronounce that wrong, even though it looks like Scatabo. It's Skattebo. His tape is incredible, and his numbers really back it up. He was arguably the best running back in the country after Ashton Jeanty last year. And we all saw him do it on one of the biggest stages in the semifinal against Texas. Basically forced overtime on his own. He was doing it all, running, passing, caught a ball down the sideline like a wide receiver. Really, really, really can do it all. If he puts up a good 40-yard dash in the middle of the pack with some of the other big names in the class, you really could see him rising upwards quite a bit. Next on my list is Omarion Hampton, who most people already have as their RB2. He's already my RB2 as well. But if he tests really well, that could move him into the back end of round 1. Even potentially picks 10 through 20, which might seem wild, but if Gianti goes in the top 10, then he could easily end up going in that 10-20 range. Possibly the Cowboys at 12 if they don't end up getting Ashton Gianti. Otherwise, I really think he's going to go in that like 20 to 24 range. You've got the Chargers, Broncos, Steelers, and Chargers all picking back to back to back. So highly, highly likely that he goes there, especially if he has a good combine. And we could see that repeat of JSN, Addison, Zay Flowers, but for running backs this time. I really think we're going to see, if not 2, maybe 3, 4 running backs in the first round. If not, very beginning of the second, they're just going to start flying off boards. And another reason I think they're going to do it, especially in the Broncos situation, the running game just wasn't that good that last year. They still made the playoffs. They've obviously got their dynasty quarterback locked in with Bo Nix now. They got a few good pieces with Cortland Sutton still. I still think Troy Franklin's going to come into his own as well. They're looking really good, and they have the best defense in the league, so I think a running back could shoot them up. And last on my list is Eric Iomanor. He lost some luster after his stats were down because of poor QB play. He's got strong hands and a good blocker when you put on the tape, though. I just think his team just wasn't good, so some people will move him down their boards. And he could shoot himself back into the national spotlight and probably into the second round with a strong 40 in the 4.3 range, which seems really possible to him. That's all I got right now, and I hope you enjoyed my 5 projected Combine risers. Tune in next time. Thank you so much.